All right, baby, this is Old Messer right here. Y'all listen to Wrestling Cheers. You dummy if you ain't paying attention. Old Messer right now. I'm going to drink some light beers.
Welcome back to Wrestling Cheers right here on the brand new TrendingTopicsNetwork.com. Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name, even if you change your name to the Sticky Bandits. And what we do on this podcast is we like to talk about things going on in the local Northeast Ohio independent wrestling scene. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, Spotify, and Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. And if you want to get a hold of us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Facebook.com/WrestlingCheers, Twitter.com/WrestlingCheers, and Instagram.com/WrestlingCheers, and email us if you so choose to desire, WrestlingCheers@gmail.com. And we are here to talk about AIW's The Wet Bandits. I think that's the name they're going with. And who am I? I am your host. I am Heavy Set, and I'm being joined by the returning Kayden Ranke.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm not dead.
I think the last show you were on, was it the episode preview? No. There's other episodes, right?
It was August for, whatever the week before Wrestle Rager was, because that show is escaping me right now.
Menor Show.
Yeah, I forget what the name was, but that show, and I think I was on to do the Wrestle Rager preview.
Now that I've gone into a weekly format of having a podcast every week, it all just blends together. So many different wrestling shows.
Trust me, I know. I've been to like 50-something wrestling shows this year.
Yeah, I don't think I can touch that. But then again,
lots of wrestling.
Then again, you go to almost one every weekend.
Sometimes two.
Sometimes
like this
two.
Weekend.
And I will be at 2 wrestling shows this weekend. The same 2 wrestling shows this weekend. One of which is The Wet Bandits, Friday, December 15th, 2017, 8 o'clock bell time at Music Links. That would be at 7865 Plains Road, Menor on the Lake, Ohio. All tickets are just $20. You might still be able to get them on the website by the time this gets posted. No idea. But that would
probably can.
Shop.aiwrestling.com. It's going to be a fun show. Love the Tequila Jack show. Or
Music Links, Tequila Jacks, Menor Show, whatever you want to call it.
Music Jacks, Tequila Links, whatever. Yeah. The main event, what we figured to be the main event, and on top of just all the other stuff going on. But of course, it's going to be a cold day. And we haven't done this in a while because normally we just do it for the outdoor shows. But we're going to have to be on the lookout in Menor on the Lake, Ohio, because it's winter. If you don't already know, and when Northeast Ohio has winter, it's cold, and there's this thing called snow. So as of this recording, here's the forecast for that day, Friday. It calls for cloudy. No, not the wrestler, but just cloudy. Snow showers developing in the afternoon, high of 28 degrees Fahrenheit. The winds south to southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of snow is currently at 70%, and about 1 inch of snow is expected. And then we're going to go into the evening, and still snow in the evening will give way to leisuring snow showers overnight. Low of 23 degrees Fahrenheit. The winds west at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of snow also at 70%. Also with snowfall being around 1 inch. Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham, that was for you.
I'm missing something.
He made a comment a while back about the news reports that we would do here on the podcast, but normally they're for the outdoor shows because some of us who, pay for tickets, we wait outside. And in the summer, where it's always about how hot it is, whether we need
when it's 95 degrees.
We have to go over to Giant Eagle to get water or just to walk around in the air conditioner.
Or just stay in Giant Eagle.
Yeah, just walk around for the air conditioner for a while and then turn around and, come back outside. And Well, now we're getting the opposite of that. This might be the coldest Music Links / Tequila Jacks episode or show that we've done, because Fullest House was February, but it wasn't. It was like one of those warmer winter days. Yeah, it was still cold, but it was just a little bit warmer than the rest, and I think...
Fullest House is not February.
Was it not February?
March.
March? Okay, that's why...
Beginning of March.
Okay.
Still March.
It's okay. Still March, but March in Ohio is still cold. Still snow.
Up until, like, May, it's cold.
Pretty much. So...
Ohio winters suck. That's what we're getting at.
Northeast Ohio winters suck. Today, because my route, I'm in Columbus, frickin' 70 all day wasn't too bad. And then once I started getting north, there'd be a little snow here and there. And then literally once I hit 224 and 76, it was just horrible. And I was going about 30 miles an hour through Akron, which is normally about 55 to 60.
Just fast and slow.
Yeah. So let's get into this card, and here are the matches we have to look forward to. We have The Production versus Weird World and PME, Mance Warner versus Dominic Garrini, AJ Gray versus Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham, a four-way match, The Duke versus Joshua Singh versus Kurt Hertz versus the returning Jock Sampson, Big Mo versus Big Twan Tucker, Parker Pierce versus Colin Delaney, which I've heard was on SmackDown this week. Is this correct, Kayden?
I have not watched SmackDown.
Okay. Sorry.
I do have it recorded. I will update everyone.
I'm sorry. I technically spoiled it for you, but because you know that I pretty much came home straight from work and we started recording, and I've not seen SmackDown. I just know he's on it. Where he's at, I have no idea.
We shall find out.
So, see returning SmackDown star, Colin Delaney, at Men Are on the Lake this Friday. We also have Brian Carson versus the debuting Eddie Only. Also, speaking of debuting, Kurt Stallion versus Joshua Bishop. And what we perceive to be the main event for the evening, Tracy Smothers versus Kikutaro. I'm really looking forward to this match, because there's just those list of wrestlers that AIW brings in, the comedy wrestlers, that you're going, okay, they're going to put on a hilarious match. And then when you put two of them together, it's like, okay, this is going to be great. Because at just 2 years ago, is it 2? Yeah, 2. The No Sleep Till Brooklyn. We had two great comedy. I mean, granted, the whole show was pretty much comedy matches, but two that really stuck out. We had...
No Sleep Till Brooklyn is one of the most, underrated AIW shows ever, in my opinion. So good.
It was good for so many reasons, and the fact that you can buy 2 DVDs and watch aspects of it is purely nuts. The atmosphere, even just being there that night was a fun night, and I'm happy it was captured the way it was. But the two matches that stuck out, definitely for the people you have in it, and it was partially revolved around these matches. Colt Cabana versus Kikutaro. We'll never forget. Look up. Isha Baroon. We were saying that for months after the show.
We still are saying it. It's a Baroon. That is still one of the best things.
We haven't said it in a while, I feel like.
It's still there, though.
It's still there. It's still there. And then...
You have to make sure there's a Baroon on Friday.
Giant Eagle's next door. We can go get one.
Get a bunch of Baroons.
And then we have Tracy Smothers versus Grado. That was a crazy fun match.
2015 match of the year for AIW. So fun.
2015 fan interaction of the year, too, with the little girl. Freaking hilarious. So we take one part of each match and put them together. Kikutaro versus Tracy Smothers. We'll get a little bit more on that later. Normally for these shows, when we have myself and someone else on, especially with Kayden, we're going to pick 3 matches, talk about them as much as we can, and then go into the card one by one making picks. And let's start with this match. Mance Warner versus Dominic Garrini. Dom, not necessarily say he's been on a roll, but after Absolution, especially getting that win against Ethan Page, I feel like things are going Dom's way.
He's been having big matches.
Mm-hmm. Big match Dom.
He hasn't won all of them, but he's had some really high-profile matches.
And he's going up against Mance Warner.
Oh, Mancer's coming back to AIW.
I have the full thing that he said on a soundbite for this episode. King of Big Dog Style.
He's got a lot of nicknames, and they're all really good.
Will you be shining his shoes for this show?
Who knows? We'll find out on Friday.
Probably more than likely.
Why are you assuming? Could be someone else. Could be Donald.
Anyway, moving on. I love Manson AIW. I really do. And I was actually thinking when I was going through all the matches, has there been an independent wrestling Mance Warner versus Jock Sampson?
I do not believe there has.
Could we get at some point Mance Warner versus Jock Sampson?
Please, that would be good.
Oh my god.
It'd be a clash of styles, but it'd be fantastic.
You could have so many crazy match ideas that revolve around beer. I want to see it. I really do. But we need to give this match its proper dues, because Dominic Greeny wants us to talk about his match. And I think of all the matches announced, this is one I'm really looking forward to, because I never know what to expect from Dom in his match. It's kind of like what you said. Like, he hasn't won all his matches, but he gets really good high-profile matches.
All the matches are one of those matches you're looking forward to. Like, ooh, this is going to be a fun one. And which Dom are we going to get? Are we going to get submission Dom? Or are we going to get strong style striking Dom?
Well, going up against Mance Warner, you're going to have to fight his style. I think strikes. I think that's what we're going to see.
Lots of strikes, maybe some brawling in the crowd, because that's what happened when it was Mance and Bishop, if you remember that show.
Oh, yeah.
They almost went over to Giant Eagle. They went outside for maybe about 3 seconds, then came right back in.
I mean, could we get that match? Could we get somebody going over to Giant Eagle just once?
No, probably not. Probably not.
Or at least
I love it, but...
Can we get Laredo Kid to go down to the Little Caesars in his match? That'd be great.
It's really not too far away.
It's not. They can go in and rent a movie, too.
There is a movie store right next door.
Chinese restaurant.
Right up the street. Everything's really close to this venue. Super convenient.
I'm looking forward... Granted, it's not that close to the venue, but I'm looking forward to going to BurgerFi before the show. I'm a huge fan of BurgerFi. We had one in Stowe, and then they shut it down. Supposedly because the owners of the building wanted to raise the rent on BurgerFi, and they're like, no.
That's not happening.
So they're like, yeah, we're taking our business out of here. So now I have to go to BurgerFi before the show.
Yes, everyone.
What's that?
I said, yes, everyone. This is a wrestling podcast. We talk about food here.
That's one thing we do on this podcast. We go on tangents. We talk.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
We talk about other things, especially when Ed comes on and a bunch of other people. The nice little tangents.
I have nothing to go on tangents about anymore.
Why is that?
Not enough death matches. That's it. I'm ranting about not enough death matches in Ohio. Got all these light tubes and I can't use them anywhere.
You can't use them Saturday?
Nope. No glass at that building.
So you pretty much have to... Wait, what about PCW?
No glass.
Really?
Correct.
And doesn't that one guy own the building?
He does not allow glass.
Wow. I'm trying to think. Who would allow light tubes?
Legitimately nowhere. Unless we do another Wrestle Rager.
I think we're getting another Wrestle Rager.
We do an all-death match one, please?
Remember when it was teased if Danny Havoc won the AIW Absolute title?
I'm still mad about that, okay?
And I kept saying, no.
Yeah, I know it wasn't going to happen. No. I had hopes, though, all right?
And then we got Nick Gage versus Tim Donst for the title. That's all I wanted.
There was cheese graters to the head instead of chairs. They hit each other in the head with cheese graters. That was gross.
I love the picture your grandpa took with me standing on my chair looking down at Donst. I love that one. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, that is a good one. I had to think about that for a second because he takes a million pictures.
Yeah.
If I knew social media, I'd plug it, but I'm terrible with social media besides my own.
What do you think the future holds for Dominic Garrini and AIW? I'm writing up the Instagram post for a preview of every match, I almost wanted to call Dom the most dangerous man in AIW, or the most dangerous AIW student. There's this.
I like that.
There's this very lethal personality when it comes to Dom, and I think dangerous is one of the top words that come to my mind when it comes to Dom.
He's a purple belt, so yeah, he's scary.
Especially being a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
He can choke you out 7 different ways, and yeah, he is scary. I will leave it at that.
Do you think within the next year we'll see Dominic Garrini as a champion?
Yes.
Maybe not absolute.
Not yet, but he will be absolute champion eventually.
Easily could see him being intense or putting him with somebody as a tag team. I still like the idea of Dom and Tom, but I think we're going to see Tom on his way to absolute title. If there's anybody who's going to...
Nick Gage.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's going to beat Nick Gage, I think it's Filthy Tom Lawler.
In a death match.
I don't want to say it's like written in the stars or
He's one of the couple people.
And I'll still say, and I might have said it on the show before, and if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. I think it would be a perfect middle finger to a particular wrestler out there. And that's kind of the reason why I want to see it.
A certain bro.
A certain bro. And it kind of sucks we don't have Filthy Tom Lawler on this show. But then again, has he? I don't think he's done a Music Link show yet, has he?
He has not, because he's always booked somewhere else, because his schedule's crazy, too.
Yeah.
He's one of those people who has one of the craziest schedules. And correct me if I'm wrong here, he's still undefeated in singles competition.
In AIW?
Yes.
I believe so. I think the only match he's lost was J-Lit tournament. And you can't really count that because he wasn't involved.
Wasn't pinned.
Mm-mm.
So he's pretty much just undefeated.
I mean, he could become absolute champion. And there's kind of a precedent already of undefeated former MMA fighters turned wrestlers becoming champions in AIW.
Excuse me, we don't talk about this.
Still mad?
I am.
Still mad, bro?
Give the belt back, please.
I mean...
And she wasn't undefeated. It was one loss.
True. Undefeated as champion.
Still salty.
She was almost like Brock Lesnar.
Except with talent.
Oh, that's right. You don't like Brock Lesnar.
I hate Brock. I despise him.
I don't understand why people... And I know you're a big one, like why you hate Brock Lesnar.
German suplex, German suplex, German suplex, German suplex, F5, no sell everything.
Yeah, because if you're a dude that size, you don't have to sell. You think most people could beat him so quickly? And then what they're doing with him right now is perfect.
I like that he's been on TV regularly. That was one of my biggest complaints, is he'd win about disappear for 6 months. At least he's on, the TV more.
Here's the thing I feel about that when it comes to, wrestlers not being on TV, especially him, without a title. When that title comes back, especially when they debuted the new WWE Championship after he won, and then he went away with it, whenever he brought it back, that belt looked so much cooler, because we hadn't seen that version as much lately. And then eventually,
I get where you're coming from there.
And
it's just a matter of not having a title match, like a WWE title match on pay-per-views.
But they've always elevated the second tier title.
That's fair.
Like the IC title right now, that's
finally getting to be important.
I mean, technically it's been important. Everything that Miz had done with it.
Miz has helped it.
Miz is fantastic. Thing that I've often said before about when it comes to the Miz, I feel bad for 2011 when everything happened with him and Punk, because Miz main events WrestleMania has this glorious opportunity. Pete's John Cena. And then we had the next couple months kind of what we've been told backstage of Punk kind of bitching about it, and eventually he got his way and he became champion. And the thing that I'll always say is, well, where's Punk now? I know
not in UFC either.
I know it was his choice to walk away, and that's fine. That's fine. But I feel like if any wrestler who has ate a lot of shit and just smiled, it's been his. And he finds a way to make the best of it.
He's stuck it out since he's been there.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's getting rewarded.
Uh-huh. And a guy who probably literally worked his way from the bottom. He worked from the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. And now the dude's killing it.
One of the best things on TV.
When he's on TV. When he's not making movies.
Fair enough.
In Europe with Becky Lynch and Shawn Michaels.
That's a weird group of people.
I still think it's weird seeing everything that Johnny's been doing. Especially, with the whole Shawn Michaels thing. Because, for us watching him so many years, we know, that's, his idol. And having, maybe conversation with him about Shawn Michaels and, watching him grow. And there's, pictures that have been online way before he came in the WWE of him wearing, the Shawn Michaels stuff. Then all of a sudden, boom, here's him side by side with him doing a bunch of stuff. It's wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, freaking mind-blowing.
Because most people, that never happens. He's getting to work with him pretty regularly. Not wrestle again, but he's just getting to do backstage stuff with him a lot.
Well, that's because too many wrestlers looked up to Eddie Guerrero. I kind of say it as a joke, but at the same time, there's just so many wrestlers that I looked up to Eddie Guerrero. It's you're never getting that moment.
Unfortunately.
Let's move on to another...
That was the WWE portion of Wrestling Cheers.
I've often wondered, should I, start talking about WWE more on the show, but I feel like there's too many shows out there that talk WWE. So, I sneak in the WWE thing here and there. That's fine.
Do one at the end of the month. Just review the month.
I think the whole bringing it back full circle, I don't see why people hate Brock Lesnar. And when
not good,
when they're,
in my opinion.
I don't understand how you could say he's not good. Definitely when it comes to his wrestling ability, like he does have the amateur part of it down, but he doesn't technically need it. He's such a powerful force that, he can just do...
Now. I know he can do better than what he does, and that bothers me. Because you look at 2003 Brock, he's amazing. And even Brock, when he first came back a couple years ago, was fantastic. He just progressively went...
I mean, we'll see how the next, so many months pan out, whether he is officially going to be leaving WWE after WrestleMania. I still think he's going to drop that title to somebody that we're not expecting, and it could definitely be Strowman.
Which would be nice.
This has been the year of Strowman, and that's why you didn't get some of the moments before. That's why you didn't get Samoa Joe to beat him. It's actually to help. It helps those other wrestlers look legitimate because they went toe-to-toe with Brock and almost beat him, and then that also brings Lesnar down to make you think he can lose at any moment. So I think
the wrestlers that lost aren't buried.
No.
That's the one thing people need to understand. Those wrestlers' careers are not over. They're fine.
Though I think one of my favorite tweets this year has been when you were complaining about a Brock Lesnar match, and I found all these gifs of Lesnar laughing. Some of my favorites.
And yes, I complain about wrestling sometimes too, everyone. Wrestling's bad sometimes. 99.99% of the time is pretty good, though.
I don't know. I don't complain about too much. I complain about fans, and I might complain about companies.
I complain more about fans than anything else. Fans or wrestlers being dumb. Which we could go on and on about wrestlers being dumb, but we won't. Simple as that. We're leaving that over there.
Yeah, one of those I don't even fully understand. Just because nobody wants to talk about it. Or they don't
We're just going to put it off to the side, not going into that. That's something. There's a lot of holes in that story.
Like I said, I fully don't even understand it. But anyway, let's move on to another match here at Music Links for Wet Bandits. How about the 8-man tag match? The production, the full-on production. Magnum CK, Colby Red, Derek Director, and Frankie Flynn versus Weird World and PME. That's Philly Collins, Marino Tenaglia, Worldwide, and Weird Body.
Nice. Yeah, getting ready for their fans bring the weapons match this Saturday.
Well, we'll talk about that kind of at the end of the show, because that is something we're doing.
That's also another show. Lots of wrestling to close out this year.
But 8-man tag match, this is going to be a fun one, because this will be the first match as a production, as a 4-man team. You have the Weird World and their past with the production, and PME kind of fits into some of that too. And this is a tag team, or a 4-man team that was kind of talked about on the preview for the last show about putting these 4 together. But I think it was these 4 maybe helping out PB, or Philly Marino helping out PB.
But that didn't happen.
That didn't happen, but it was maybe in the future. Because that's the other thing. That's one person not booked on the show.
We don't think.
Well, I meant PB Smooth has not been advertised. I don't know whether he's going to be somewhere else, or we're just going to see a 7-foot savage.
Call the coroner. Just to the ring.
Just happened to make his way out in the middle of this match. Or after the match.
And just choke slam everyone. Everyone's dead.
Don't kill the production. Everybody likes the production. If they don't like the production, they don't matter.
And not everyone likes the production. I like them. But if you go back and rewatch Hell on Earth, definitely not everyone likes the production.
That's true. I mean, it depends. Derek is really good at what he does.
Derek Director.
I just said Derek.
Derek Director. Wonder if he knows Derek Direction. Have to ask him about that.
Wonder if he knows that one barber. And of course, we can't forget this is the return. I mean, it's not really a big return, but the return of Colby Red, because
he was not at Hell on Earth.
Yeah, he wasn't at Hell on Earth. I don't know exactly where he was, but he was not with the production.
He was absent. His attendance streak for this year is...
His attendance streak. I was trying to find the right word to describe it. There was an understudy needed for Colby Red's part.
That works. I like that. Or he just got really big and turned into Magnum CK. We'll go with that. No, not going with that. All right.
Well, we saw them both at Absolution, so
could just morphed into them.
But
the best theories.
I'm expecting this one to be a crazy one.
Like every AIW tag match anymore.
God,
just ridiculous.
Let's not even talk about Hell on Earth on that one. But
there's Ryan.
God, I just hear Joe Dombrowski in my head from when the ring broke at Resolution, and he just goes, "Jeez." I hear the same thing just seeing Eric Ryan get pounced in the freaking
Just
bleach.
gone.
Oh, my back kind of hurts just thinking about it.
There was a gif of that on Twitter. Go buy Hell on Earth.
I wonder where we can find that.
SmartMarkVideo.com.
No, I was talking about the GIF.
I'm trying to plug the show, alright? Go buy the show. There's a GIF, but you can go find the show. Buying the show is cooler.
I think I want to buy this just to see my reaction for the main event.
All of our reactions.
I know I went nuts.
Like you do every month when Gage comes out.
Yes. But I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say about this match in particular. If this doesn't come close to the end of the show, I'll be surprised. Because I feel like Kikutaro smothers main event. But if they would move that match back a couple and have this main event, I wouldn't complain. I think it's going to have to go on towards the end.
This would be something good to have go on later.
I'm saying,
as you said, it could even main event just because of everything going into this.
I'm saying last 3 matches. One of the last 3.
There's a lot more story going into this one than any other match.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they need to later.
And I can see this match going one of 2 ways. I think you can see either, PB Smooth come in and, help wreck house with Weird World and PME, but I can also see the production working as a collective unit for the first time and just kicking ass. And let's look at the first time and just kicking ass. And let's look at the Weird World, which, damn it, I hate it when I do this. We've heard from the Weird World and PME, so we're going to go into that right now.
Right.
Weird Body, December 15th, Wet Bandits.
What bandits? I don't. What is that?
We had a pretty good record over there at Music Links.
We did.
In Mentor-on-the-Lake.
We went undefeated.
Our hometown, our home county. And then the production went and goofed that up. Pulled the numbers game on us. There were 2 of us, there were 3 of them. So then we became 3. With a man tall as a tree. PB Smooth. And we took care of business at Wrestle Ranger 2 Electric Boogaloo.
But that wasn't in Mentor.
That was not
Mentor's
Mentor.
our home court.
Our home court.
And I don't want to take disrespect like that. You want to cheat us out at home? Come on, Colin Cheech did that, and then the production does that. I'm sick, I'm tired, we're here to match the numbers. We got two partners.
Zeus!
Say hello.
Got a blonde guy, we got a brunette guy.
Looking too good.
The PME, tell them all about it.
Oh, you're about to get down with PME because we're coming to your town. Let's not forget about Weird World. So production, what are you gonna do when PME and Weird World run wild on you? Feel it.
He's feeling it too much. Get away from me. This is a weird man.
Not since Romeo and Juliet has there been a better match than professional wrestling and the production. Finally, full force, together as one, the curtain rises this Friday at AIW Mentor on the Lake, Philly, Marino, and the Weird World. A weird world indeed, as you stare across the battlefield at the production. Allow me to give you at least one bit of insight. Gentlemen, Colby Red, the method actor, currently preparing for Friday, sleeping on the streets, chewing glass, fighting vagabonds, starving, freezing. What will you do to a man who has nothing to lose? Derek Director, the man with direction, the rudder of the ship, righting us, keeping us true all the way into Mentor on the Lake. The man, the glue who holds the production together. Frankie Flynn, our leading man, our prince of Broadway, currently in seclusion in the west wing of the production compound. Deep, steeped in meditation. What can you possibly do to a man who is summoning all of the theater gods and bringing them to your front door? And this one, Magnum CK, the supporting lead, the leg breaker, the man from the great beyond, 6'4", 275 pounds. A veteran of the boards, both on the stage and in the ring. 13 years has brought me to the production. 13 years has brought me home. And 13 years has brought me to absolute intensity. Philly. Marino. Weird world. I'll say this. I've said it before, but I'll say it clear. Hell is empty. The devils are here.
So, kind of like what Worldwide said, they were once undefeated at Men Around the Lake, and it was because of the production that they're not.
Shenanigans.
This is also their motive for the evening. And what's PME's record been in AIW?
It's not the best. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't think it's the greatest.
I think they might have won one match.
I don't even think it was tag. I know Marino won something. That was Back to the Future Cup.
Yeah. So we need Matt Wadsworth to get back to us on what is the record of PME as a unit and in singles. Curious if they've had a couple wins, because that could actually be something that motivates PME in this match. Yeah, Weird World have, they want revenge, but, if you add the revenge factor to PME just wanting not to be on a losing streak, want to stand out, I say helping Weird World beat the production is a good step in that direction.
At this point, any win for them is a good win. That's going to sound really dumb if they have won something before, so I'll just excuse that if I'm incorrect. I'm supposed to be the facts guy here because I go to every show, but hey, I see a lot of wrestling. I'm excused.
A lot of us between different shows go to and then just real world stuff, and there's a lot of shit. Like you said, you've seen over 50 shows this year.
I believe I'm at like 53, 54 this weekend.
I'm at all the AIW shows, at about 6 OCW shows. What other weird shows? I did go to one PCW show, going to Mega. WrestleMania weekend, I went to 5 shows, counting WrestleMania. Did you go to Raw?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh, that's shocking. But then he went to NXT.
I did go to NXT. NXT was fun. It was in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'll just bury Pittsburgh. Heel, sort of.
Anyway, let's move on to the final match that we were going to discuss. Anyway, we briefly talked about it. Tracy Smothers versus Kikutaro. I'm putting the over-under on promo time from Tracy Smothers, 5.5. I mean, not 5.5, 10.5. Over or under?
Under.
I'm going to go over. I don't know, because Smothers is just, that's how he is on the mic. And is this his first Men Are on the Lake show?
Yes.
I feel like in the past year or so, maybe even 2 years, like Tracy Smothers hasn't been booked as much in AIW.
He still has.
I mean, he's been booked, but
insane.
Yeah, there was a time where it felt like every month, or at least not every month. Let's say every 2 to 3. And I feel like the last show we seen him on was
it the Gargano show last year?
That's what I was about to say. It's been over.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
Wow. Let me check on this.
I can't think of another show he's been on. So this would be the first Tracy Smothers appearance in AIW since the passing of Chandler Biggins.
I'm looking now on the website.
Okay.
I have not seen anything from him in 2017.
Wow, it's been over a year since we've seen Tracy Smothers in AIW. That's crazy. Well, that's like I was saying, how it's kind of slowed down. But then again, we find the better spots for him. I mean, the last time he went against frickin' Hornswoggle. Fantastic match. Because that's what Tracy frickin' does.
The last match he had was, again, insane because it's Swoggle.
And that was also right after when was Gargano's show?
September 23rd.
No, that's not the last time. We've seen him the last time.
Double Dare last year.
Yes, because it was after the World Series.
Yes. It still has been over a year, though.
Yeah, it still has been over a year. Because I was thinking the Gargano shows when he came out with that, then it hit my mind. I'm like, wait a minute. I know that was in September. World Series isn't over in September.
That's just the one that keeps popping in my head.
Yeah, it's one that pops in my head, too. So, yeah, Double Dare. That's still a story. Him coming out, of course, just days after the Indians lose the World Series against the Cubs. He has to...
It says Tracy Smothers first off.
Oh, yeah. So. What's the... Oh, okay. Let's say 3.5 is the over-under I'm putting on for Steelers references from Tracy Smothers. Over or under. Like how many times he's going to say something and say the words Pittsburgh Steelers or Steelers.
I'd say it'd be under, like, are you talking about how many times or how many minutes have you guys been talking about the Steelers, or just how many times are you going to bring
No, how many mentions? Like the last one was minutes, over and under. I'm putting at, even I think that's low. I'm going to bump it up. Let's say, I didn't want to, but 5.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like right around there.
I'm going to say under, but not by much. Like it might be a 5. He's if you're going to get heat in Cleveland, even if it is Men Around the Lake, but it is in Cleveland. I mean, you're still in the Northeast Ohio area. There's going to be Steelers references, especially right now. He's going to mention the Browns not winning a game. That's happening.
Go Browns. Perfect season.
I'm hopeful for the future. Things are looking sunny. Just not right now.
But every year
there's been progress. You can't have
a
successful team when a couple years ago you spent 2 or 3 drafts where your first round having amount to shit. Like they have 1 year where both of the people they drafted aren't even in the NFL anymore, and that would be Johnny Manziel and Justin Gilbert. That's why they suck now, and that was before Sashi Brown and all these other people were there. So when people blame Sashi and Hugh Jackson, I'm blanking on his name. I kept saying Hugh, and I'm like a million different other last names came in my head, but Hugh Jackson. When you have people are blaming them, no, it's freaking old drafts that didn't amount to shit.
That's what screwed the Browns over, is the draft picks that literally went nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. We might hear him talk about the Tennessee Titans. They are 8-5, and
that's pretty good. That's better than us.
Well,
go us.
Yeah, they're in contention for the playoffs. They are, currently the 5th seed. They're a wild card. So yeah, we could definitely hear about that. And then, is this Kikutaro's second time in AIW?
Yeah, only second.
Yeah, making sure he didn't come back another time. Got Grado back multiple times, but this is Kikutaro's first time.
Surprisingly, because he lives in the States now.
Yeah, he's lived in Vegas or I think it's Vegas.
Around that area.
Yeah, for like
probably because flights.
Good year.
I'm assuming his flights are just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think if you're out of Vegas, there's a lot more flights you can get in and out of there. You're close to the California scene if they need you. And he pops around so many different places. Like, there's a picture floated around a couple weeks ago where Kikutaro met Jerry Lawler, and they had a conversation. Like I think their paths had crossed somewhere prior to that. So it'll be nice to have Kikutaro back in AEW. All right, let's go over these matches one more time and let's pick some winners. Let's start talking some of these matches, picking winners. Let's start with AJ Gray versus Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham. This will be
looked over a Twitter feud.
I believe this.
Hi, I'm a part of that.
Yeah.
Dr. Dad gonna get clotheslined into another life.
Why does he gotta be so mean?
You know what? Forget Dr. Dad.
I like Dr. Dan.
I don't. He's mean to me. He always yells at me when I bring signs.
Because you make mean signs.
No one understands the signs besides like 3 people.
But
I've seen people bring worse signs.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dr. Dan.
I'm going with AJ Gray.
How about the Duke versus Joshua Singh versus Kurt Hertz versus Jock Sampson?
Is this for the Golden Boot?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
That was not confirmed, or it's just kind of there.
I mean, we got the father and son duo in this match, the Duke and Kurt Hertz. So
no, that's not how that works. It's Duke and Dr. Dan.
Or the Duke and Parker Pierce.
Please make this happen.
Alpha Beta Duke 2. Come on.
I want for my birthday. Make this happen.
Or make
I'm
that
really happy.
Or make that the Duke World Order.
There is a Duke World Order fan in Hell on Earth.
Or what? Because he's wearing the NWO shirt.
It's all he wears all the time. It's the only shirt he owns. Duke's gonna lose because he's the Duke. Kurt Hurts is gonna pin him. He's gonna yell at me on Friday for saying this. Whatever.
Kurt Hurts pins the Duke, and they'll have the boot on the line.
Kurt Hurts is going over.
Kurt Hurts will be the Haas Division champion.
Then Big Mo comes out and just lariats his head off. Takes back his golden boot.
Speaking of which, Big Mo versus Big Twan
Good segue.
Tucker. I know. It just happened to be the next match up, too. Big Mo versus Big Twan Tucker. When I seen this match...
Another Haas Division match.
When I seen this a match announced, the first two people I thought of were Reese and Ed from Pod Van Dam.
I like Haas wrestling.
They have their own phrases that they like to use. Ed is big burly bastards, and I forget Reese's that he
Reese has a book of them.
He what?
Reese has a book of like phrases he uses for like Haas wrestling.
Yeah, so as soon as I seen this match announced, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so awesome. I hope the ring can
ran around his house.
I hope the ring can contain these two.
Yeah, after the year this AIW ring's had, hopefully this ring will survive, or at least the bottom rope will survive.
Speaking of Duke's children, Parker Pierce versus... Oh, and we didn't pick winners for that one. We just talked about it. Let me rewind that. Big Mo and Big Twan.
Big Mo.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to go Big Mo.
Getting in contention for the absolute title.
Or to reclaim his boot.
The spirit of meat and taters lives within Big Mo.
Parker Pierce versus Colin Delaney. One half of the AIW Tag Team Champions. Are we getting Cheech?
Hopefully not. Don't go away. Mean.
Okay, it was said on the last episode where we talked...
Tell Cloudy to come back.
No, we reviewed Hell on Earth. How would you feel if the team that were to beat To Infinity and Beyond was Jimmy Olsen and Cloudy?
I'd like it, but I wouldn't, because that's too...
I know.
Have another... That's... yay, because they're back. But that's halves of two teams again.
I mean...
I just want Cheech and Cloudy.
I mean, we can get Tracy Williams and Tyson Dukes back together, and they can win the tag team champions again, and then they could lose it back to Beyond again. Is that what you want?
Oh, I don't. We don't talk about that happening. That was a bad time for the tag division.
Since we have you on, who do you think's going to beat this team, the To Infinity and Beyond? Someone has to.
No one ever. No, let's do the CZW booking here. Send them over to Europe and put the belts on CCK for 6 months, because that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Dumb wrestling booking 101. I say that send them over to Europe as a joke.
I mean, what if...
Leave the belts here.
What if Parker Pierce beats Colin Delaney, and then Parker Pierce gets a tag team partner? So...
And it's the Duke.
Oh my god, I didn't think about that.
That's how we set it up.
Oh my god.
Thorne, listen to this podcast, please.
Someone who listens to this podcast, tell John Thorne this idea.
It needs to happen. I don't care if Duke and Parker Pierce don't win. I just want to see them as a team.
Okay, Parker Pierce versus Colin Delaney. I'm going with the tag team champion, especially if Cheech is there.
Cheech is mean. Cheech needs to go away. Hurts my feelings.
We got the debut of Eddie Only versus Brian Carson. Now, I'm wondering with these matches, will we have Brian Carson in Dr. Dan's corner? Will we have Dr. Dan and Brian Carson's corner?
I say yes for both.
I would think so too. I'm gonna go Carson.
You're picking Carson. Good job.
We buried it.
I know, it's still funny to make jokes.
I chopped him. We're cool.
You chopped the soul out of him.
He said I
it was
chopped.
gross.
He said I chopped harder than most students.
Start training.
Mm-hmm.
Just to chop people.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to put together the ring. I'm good. I'll stay.
That bad.
I'll stay on my side of the barricade.
Yeah, don't jump the barricade. That's bad.
That actually, because I know you don't get a chance to listen to the show all the time, that actually happened at an OCW show.
Recently?
Yeah, last show that they did. It was a bar show. There was no barricade, and an old lady was at a table. Wrestling kind of went out onto the floor. They bumped into the table. Beer spilled on her. She got actually she threw it back at the wrestlers. Got all pissed off, and then towards the end of the match, ended up jumping on the side of the ring and put the referee in a headlock. She was not booted from the venue. She was shown a little bit of leniency, but that shouldn't have happened. I even explained. Yeah, if that would have been an AIW show, gone. But then again,
T-Money just pounced out of the building.
But then again, wrestlers know to fight back against that shit.
Because we've seen that happen at AIW just in the last year. I can't say year, it's a year and a half now. The first Menor show, as a matter of fact.
Never forget that.
Ryan Jenkins, no distractions.
Powerbomb.
That first Menor show was a mess.
Yeah.
A mess. Good, but oof.
I'll be looking forward to sitting on the stage seating again. One thing I really love about those shows is when they added that stage seating. Because
it's so nice.
We're right there on the side of the ring, and if we're taking pictures, they look so much better.
It's so nice. Or for someone who takes videos. Legally, I'm allowed. Don't yell at me.
Hey, we take them now for wrestling cheers too. I spent a lot of time posting Instagram stories. That's where I'm going to do them, unless I want to just sit there and record parts of the match. But it's kind of cool when you take the amount of time you get for an Instagram story and you just point, and whether they get everything that they need in that small amount of time. And actually, most of the time, like, they will. There was a couple videos I know I had to delete because I was like,
got cut off.
Either got cut off or like I'm going to go take the video. I only get like 3 seconds or something, and I'm like, that's not worth it. So hopefully we'll be trying more with the Instagram on this particular show. Going on to the next match, we have also debuting Kurt Stallion versus Joshua Bishop, and I have to.
They're going to eat each other up. It's going to be good.
And also, we got to mention, it's Kurt Stallion versus Joshua Bishop and the Bishop Brigade.
Will they be there in full force?
Probably right behind us.
Will every member be there? Because they've been missing a couple these last few shows.
True. We'll see.
And that makes me sad. Because I'm sad when not like all of them are there. I like seeing the entire family there at these shows. Because they actually stay for the entire show, unlike most families.
Yeah. They're already head and shoulders above most other wrestling families because other wrestling families just show up for that first big match and then go. I think technically for some of them, a lot of them showed up for Absolution because I think I got pushed out of my seats by the parents of some wrestler. I can't remember which one because I was late getting back to my seat, and they're like, "Oh, I just want to stand up here for," like, it was during the entrance and everything, and I'm like, "All right, you have until both teams are out and you're freaking moving."
I was about to say, you got to sit back down afterwards.
Yeah, since I get complained about when I don't pick Joshua Bishop, I'm picking Joshua Bishop to win.
I want to say Stallion, but Bishop's going to win. Go with Bishop. Kurt Stallion's awesome, though. No matter what, I'd hope he's back in AIW more, because he's great.
The Production versus Weird World versus PME. I'm a huge fan of the Production. I'm picking the
versus Weird World versus PME. PME and Weird World are on a team, sir.
What'd I say?
You said Production versus Weird World versus PME.
Versus and tomato. We're talking semantics.
You're on a team.
Yeah, the Production versus Weird World and PME.
Or they're being advertised WWPME, I believe, on the graphic.
WWPME. What would PME? Like I was saying, I'm a fan of the Production, so I'm picking the Production.
I should know this. They're not undefeated, are they? No, Wrestler. I had to think there, because I, for some reason, thought they were undefeated.
Who's undefeated?
Production. I was thinking they were undefeated for a second.
Technically.
Wrestle Rager.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That's the one. They have a pretty solid record, though.
And that was before Magnum CK. Now you're adding him in.
The big power dude that can just throw people.
So I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going Production, and who are you picking?
I'm also going to go with the Production.
Dominic Greeny versus Manser.
Making his return to AIW. Going with Mance.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dom.
Dom's frankly yell at me for picking Mance, but I think Mance can try and get a spot in AIW.
And of course, Tracy Smothers versus Kikutaro.
The fans win this one.
I was going to say, fans win. Right or
Let's
wrong.
go to a time limit draw. The fans win.
Right or wrong. If I hear Tracy Smothers sucks one more time, everybody dies.
One more time, everybody dies. Ultra Mega Mass Homicide.
We needed Michael Porter on this episode.
We really do. The best Tracy Smothers impersonation. So good.
It would have been so perfect for this episode.
That'll be a big episode when we can actually get him on here.
If he wants to come on, I'm more than willing to have more people come on. I'm trying to build a roster for Wrestling Cheers, and I think the last count I did, I forget if it was counting you or not. I want to say, and not counting me, you got like 9 people.
Oh, you want a roster? Okay, I quit. Goodbye. I'm leaving.
Well, get a nice group of people who can easily come onto the show.
This is the only podcast I'm actually a part of now.
Yeah. But no, it's nice to have different faces come on every week, and it brings a little bit of personality to the show, and I've often gotten different responses from different co-hosts that are on the show. Like,
it's just nice having different people in here and just different voice each episode.
And also,
so just same, just every week.
It doesn't lock anybody down but myself on being on every week.
Just because you're the host.
Yeah. Well, it's like that. I'm the main host, but I feel like we're all like part of it.
If I can get the proper recording equipment, I could be one to record technically.
Oh yeah.
I just have a school laptop. It's my excuse. My school laptop legitimately has everything blocked because my school's garbage. Fix that soon.
Ask Santa for one.
I might have. Never know.
I believe that would be every match on the card. Oh, I didn't really pick Smothers or Kitaro.
I don't think we said Carson or Eddie only either.
I said Carson.
I might not have said anything then.
Okay.
Alright. But yeah, it's Carson, and I'm going to go with Kitaro for main.
I think I'm going to go with... I kind of want to go with Kikutaro.
I just like to see him back regular.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I know, but just... I don't want to wait another 2 years to see him.
But it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be match of the year once again. Sorry, Kingston and Hot Sauce. This is the match of the year. I will still put Kingston and Hot Sauce. This match is over forever. The match is so good. I want a rematch of that too.
And of course, to wrap it all up, that is the Wet Bandits, Friday, December 15th at Music Links, 7865 Plains Road in Mentor-on-the-Lake, Ohio. All tickets are just $20. And matches you'll see: The Production versus Weird World and PME, Mance Warner versus Dominic Guarini, AJ Gray versus Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham, The Duke versus Joshua Singh versus Kurt Hertz versus Jock Sampson, Big Mo versus Big Twan Tucker, Parker Pierce versus Colin Delaney, Brian Carson versus Eddie Only, Kurt Stallion versus Joshua Bishop, and Tracy Smothers versus Kikutaro. And just kind of throwing it out there, we do have a little information on the next AIW show, Rulers of the World, featuring Psycho Sid Vicious, Friday, December 29th, 2017.
Matt Code.
Huh?
I said Matt Code. Getting Psycho Sid and AIW. This is something that's been talked about for quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like it's been, oh, hey, we're getting him. This is something that's been talked about.
It's a 7:30 bell time at Our Lady of Mount Carmel, 1355 West 70th Street, Cleveland, Ohio.
Don't get there till 5.
Don't get there till 5.
Please, we need this building.
2 matches we have announced. One being announced today: M-Dog Matt Cross versus Gringo Loco versus Candice LeRae versus the Laredo Kid, and the intense
Returning Candice LeRae.
And the intense title match: Joey Janela versus Jimmy Jacobs. There's a promo for that, but we'll play that in 2 weeks on the preview episode for that show.
That show's 2 days before my birthday. Come out and hang out and birthday.
And then you're going to be a man.
Still going to act like I'm 4 years old.
And then we have Friday, February 23rd at Our Lady of Mount Carmel. We've got a dilemma featuring...
The best show name of all time.
Yeah.
Love it.
Featuring Tennille Dashwood, a.k.a. Emma, formerly known as Emma from WWE. Obviously no matches announced for that yet. We got some great couple months coming up here with AIW.
There really isn't a bad month anymore for AIW.
January.
Smart with me.
Because as of right now, which I'm thinking it's how it's going to be, there is no show in January, so.
Bring back Girls Night Out, please. We don't need the women's title. Just get a new belt. I'm going to complain about it until we have another women's champion.
I mean, there's been kind of a track record. Women who've become AIW Women's Champion go on to something bigger and better. Technically, AK became Sienna. Technically, I mean, she's still... That one's a technicality, but I mean, you know...
It counts.
Athena became Ember Moon.
The last 3 AIW Women's Champions signed to WWE.
Heidi became Roadkill. I mean, Ruby Riott.
You know what? Who's on SmackDown?
It's still crazy. Like, I got a friend who's...
Not even a year with the company.
Yeah. Like, I got a friend who... kind of, like, he's been getting back into wrestling over the last couple of years, and somewhere down the line, like, years upon years ago, like, I became more into wrestling than when he was, like, way more into wrestling. So he's telling me about, like, we were talking about a lot of stuff, and then I just go, oh yeah, like, Heidi and, well, not Heidi, but Ruby and Sarah Logan, like, yeah, I've, watched those two come up the past couple of years.
Which that's pretty cool, seeing people that we watched in a gym in front of a couple hundred people, like, last year.
One of the biggest things, which AIW has taken this off of their YouTube channel, and I'm very upset, but just a couple months into Heidi's career. I went to my first GNO, and it was her.
I think that was a couple months into Dobson's career, too. It might have been less.
Yeah, they were both rookies. But Miss Heidi versus Crazy Mary Dobson. And look at them now.
Both on TV.
But all right. Any final thoughts or last-minute plugs from you, Kayden, as we wrap it up?
This is going to be a very good show this Friday. The Mentor shows are always fun. Please come out to this show. I'm saying this because, one, the Mentor show is kind of like, I don't have anything to do with it, but I do, but I don't. 5 minutes from me. So, it's cool. Come out to the show, please.
I did forget one thing before you finish.
So,
we're both going to be at Mega, which is really big because this will be my first Mega show ever.
Which is pretty cool. After how long?
I've been an independent wrestling fan
of wanting to try to get to one.
For 6 years, and that's...
You want to try to get to one, basically, as long as I can remember.
I've had friends wrestle on the card. The Bearded Dragons versus Marion Fontaine and Jarvis Cottonbelly, I believe. In 2000, I want to say 13. It was the day before Old Wrestling's very first show. So
wow.
Yeah, but Saturday, December 16th, Night of Champions 19, the big show for Mega. St. John Gym, 1140 West River Road, North Elyria, Ohio, 44035. Featuring Jackson Stone versus Chase Owens and Brandon Xavier versus Tracy Smothers. 2 days of Tracy Smothers.
And there's death matches, there's women's TLC matches.
Which
it's going to be a party.
The main match we'll talk about really quick, and you can maybe fill everybody out in a lot of the details. The Kroger Brothers versus...
Kroger Brothers, not Kroger.
One more time.
Kogar.
If I was at more shows that they were at, I'd know their names. Nothing against them.
How many more shows did you...
I'm booked other places.
Your book work with somebody?
No, you go to the one shows and cover them. I go to the other show and cover them. But...
So one of us can't be at AIW anymore.
No, because nobody's dumb enough to run against AIW in this area. The Kogar Brothers versus PME. And what match would it be?
The first annual Kayden Ranky Fans Bring the Weapons match.
But how come it seems like it's the first annual Kayden Ranky Brings the Weapons match?
Because if anyone doesn't know, I'm mental, and I like death matches. I bring sharp things, a lot. I've turned a lot of no disqualification matches into death matches this year. And yeah, I'm insane. My room as of right now, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weapons in here.
Good lord.
There's going to be 11 weapons I'm bringing.
So there'll be 2 shows that we'll be covering together this weekend.
Mega's very good. That's another company that people need to come out to. So if you're looking for a company that's family friendly, but you want to see these AIW guys, this is the place to go.
Yeah.
Because they book, I say, pretty much all the AIW students are on the card, every month. They book, this weekend, AJ Gray will be there. Kurt Stallion's working. Smothers is doing back-to-back. Mega's a fun company to go to. I highly recommend checking them out for anyone that's looking for just a fun company to go to. And if you just maybe a good starter wrestling promotion to go check out and work your way up to an AIW or something like that.
Any other final thoughts, last minute plugs going back to it? Because I want to make sure we brought up Mega because we're both going.
Those plugs at KVR216 on pretty much everything. Not MySpace though, because I don't have that. I'm not cool.
Not what?
I'm not cool. I don't have a MySpace.
Oh, because you weren't when I started my MySpace, my regular one before I did a music one, you were 5.
Yeah, that was pretty much just for music.
It started as a music platform because that's where I first heard about it, through a band that I liked that was out of Cincinnati, and then I found out that you could create your own profile and have regular profiles, and it was a weird time of the internet because you look at what Facebook is now, they're just so much different, and people would put so much useless shit on their profile because you could add all these art things and whatnot, and yeah, just definitely a lot different. But you can find myself at Heavyset330. You can find this show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All Wrestling Cheers, Facebook.com/Wrestling Cheers, Twitter.com/Wrestling Cheers, and Instagram.com/Wrestling Cheers, and email WrestlingCheers@gmail.com. Please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube. Please go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We have to get up to 100 before we can get a custom URL, and I can go find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Wrestling Cheers. But right now, it is a link that you can find in the show notes if you can't find it. And of course, course, check out, I also mentioned Spotify and Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. Please check out all the other great shows on the Trending Topics Network, such as All Beer Inside, The Tuts Experience, Lou Chat, What's on Fight, Eurovision Showcase, Legends on Siren Radio, Old School at the Movies, and Shut the Fuck Up. Check out all my other podcast friends, or all our other podcast friends, Macho Man Radio, the Chris Clems Cavs Cast, Wingcast, a Wingman podcast with Steve Guy, Let the Hate Flow Through You with Jeremy Shear, and El Jordano Diablo. Check out Podbean.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Sorry if you botched it.
I think I got right to the end, and I kind of somewhat botched it, and I was kind of letting it go, cut the landing, most of it, but hey, whatever. Anyway, also check out Podvan. Check out Pod Van Dam, Road Home from Wrestling, Thrift Store Jobber on eBay, Etsy, Instagram, and Twitter. Check out our friends over at Rebel Life Media, and always check out the official graphic designer of Wrestling Cheers, Moy Boy Designs. I believe that will do it for us here on Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name. And look, Isha Baroon.